consistent self-discipline. It doesn't really matter how smart you are or how much you know if you don't use it. It doesn't really matter that you graduated magna cum laude if you're stuck in a low-paying job. It doesn't really matter if you attended every seminar that comes to town if you don't apply what you've learned. Better than knowledge is applied knowledge. And once we've applied our knowledge, we must study the results of that process. Apply our knowledge, study the results. Refine our approach. Finally, by trying and observing and refining and trying again, our knowledge will inevitably produce worthy results, admirable results. And with the joy and results of our efforts, we continue to apply, to learn, to observe, to fuel our ambition with the positive reinforcement of continued progress. Pretty soon, we'll find that we're swept into a spiral of achievement, a vertical rise to success. It takes consistent self-discipline to master the art of setting goals, to master the art of time management, to master the art of leadership, to master the art of parenting and relationships. If we don't make consistent self-discipline part of our daily lives, the results we seek will be sporadic and elusive. It takes a consistent effort to truly manage our valuable time, or we'll be consistently frustrated. Our time will be eaten up by others whose demands are stronger than our own. It takes discipline to conquer the nagging voices in our minds. The fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of poverty, the fear of a broken heart. It takes discipline to keep trying when that nagging voice...
The only way to live like a king is to work like a slave. He who reflects too much will accomplish little. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. A man who is as wise as a serpent can afford to be as harmless as a dove. If you stay positive in a negative situation, you win.
The less you respond to negative people, the more peaceful your life will become. Jay Shetty.
I'm getting paid. I'm dressed for success. I'm not dressed like he dressed, but I'm dressed the way I feel comfortable. I feel good being me. I feel good not to have to, not only can I say no, I don't have to explain why I said it no more. It feels good being me. Because guess what? I can never be sweet being you. The majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. Bro, you just scrolling through like you ain't got a life. For real, some of y'all on Instagram, you're on there for 30 minutes. If I ask you what you saw, you don't even know. You just scrolling through. Rich people don't waste time. They realize it's their most important commodity. They don't watch a lot of TV. They don't do a lot of entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at their craft. So I need you to stop having the poverty mindset. So when I quit my job to be an entrepreneur, my mom was like, whoa, what are you doing? I was like, I'm quitting. My mom was like, don't you dare quit. You're going to embarrass me. You got a wife and kids. Does YouTube have insurance? Does YouTube have a 401k? And I was like, yo, mom, I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I love you. But you can't teach me how to be a millionaire because you're not. You come from the working class and I'm not mad at you, mom. We wouldn't be where we are without you. But you told me that every generation is supposed to get better. So I'll take your values, but I won't take your work ethic. Because rich people don't work, they think. Poor people go, clock in, I make this much an hour. Rich people go, I put them to work, and I make this much an hour. See, what happens is you're working for you and your family one, they got 40 of you working at one time. So they giving you 20%, and then they keeping the 80% off of 15,000 people.
How clearly doth it appear unto thee that no other course of thy life could fit a true philosopher's practice better than this very course that thou art now already in.
Do not regret having a good heart. All good things come back and multiply. Stay away from people who make you feel lonely. No company is better than bad company.
Ex nihilo nihil fit. Nothing comes from nothing. Parmenides.
Being private, staying low-key, and not telling everyone everything is self-care. The truth will come out in time.
You are always creating, and the world is the reflection of your creations. Neville Goddard.
And defeat you. Honor, courage, and devotion is the core of a warrior. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. The lesson we can take from the samurai is to be determined in our advancement in life, no matter how many obstacles we have against us. When our path to our calling is blocked, we must be ready to clear it with all our strength. We must train, we must persevere, and never let anyone shape us into something we aren't. Plan and remain rigorous with your goals and target. Chase them like night chases day. There is something to be learned from a rainstorm. When meeting with a sudden shower, you try not to get wet and run quickly along the road. But doing such things as passing under the eaves of houses, you still get wet. When you are resolved from the beginning, you will not be perplexed, though you will still get the same soaking. This understanding extends to everything. This is the substance of the way of the samurai. If by setting one's heart right every morning and evening, one is able to live as though his body were already dead, he gains freedom in the way. His whole life will be without blame, and he will succeed in his calling. Once you master the way of the samurai, you become an unshakable warrior.
Study strategy over the years and achieve the spirit of the warrior. Today is a victory.
That logic is necessary. When one of those who were present said, "Persuade me that logic is necessary," he replied, "Do you wish me to prove this to you?" The answer was, "Yes." Then I must use a demonstrative form of speech. This was granted. How then will you know if I am cheating you by argument? The man was silent. "Do you see," said Epictetus, "that you yourself are admitting that logic is necessary? If without it you cannot know so much as this, whether logic is necessary or not necessary."
One looking into a puddle sees dirt in it. The other, stars reflected in it. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
In absentia lucis, tenebrae vincunt. In the absence of light, darkness prevails. Latin proverb.
Worry doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Everyone at some time or another sits down to a banquet of consequences.
Your imagination is the gateway to your reality. Neville Goddard.